And let's get right to the big story, that fresh bombshell tossed into an election that's already been wilder than any in recent memory.
You want to talk about an October surprise? Here it is, with only 10 days to go and with roughly 18 million Americans already voting. The FBI director says the agency has found new emails that may be relevant to the investigation into Hillary Clinton's private server.
Yeah, the FBI had already said they weren't going to charge her, but then they started looking into disgraced Congressman Anthony Weiner. There he is, the estranged husband of top Clinton aide Huma Abedin. As part of that investigation, they say they found new emails that, quote, appear to be pertinent.
Now, the polls were already tightening. Our latest ABC News tracking poll shows Clinton with just a 2-point lead. That's before any of this news broke. Both candidates addressing the story overnight. Trump comparing it to Watergate. We have team coverage this morning, and we do kick things off with our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, who's got the latest on the investigation. Good morning, Pierre.
Good morning, Paula. Today, the FBI director finds himself in exactly the place he did not want to be, in the middle of a white-hot presidential campaign.
This morning, as Secretary Clinton enters the final stretch of the campaign, a political nightmare. Newly discovered emails blindsiding her campaign. ABC News learning it all began inside the FBI Thursday. The firestorm set in motion during a highly confidential briefing by FBI Director James Comey with senior agents. Agents came to Comey telling him new emails had been discovered while investigating a sexting scandal involving Clinton top aide Huma Abedin's now estranged husband, former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner. During that investigation, emails were found on a device shared by the couple. Weiner had been publicly disgraced during a series of sexting scandals captured in this documentary, shocking his wife.
It's like having a nightmare.
And recently, the FBI began investigating allegations that Weiner had been sexting an underage teenager in North Carolina. Comey decides further investigation is needed, even though there's no evidence of wrongdoing by Clinton. And the FBI director decides he has to tell Congress. Writing in connection with an unrelated case, the FBI has learned of the existence of emails that appear to be pertinent to the investigation. He goes on to say they will determine whether they contain classified information. In an internal memo to FBI employees, Comey stresses, given that we don't know the significance of this newly discovered collection of emails, I don't want to create a misleading impression, and cautions that there's a significant risk of being misunderstood.
Sources tell me the FBI director believes he had no choice but to notify Congress, otherwise be accused of hiding new information he discovered just before Election Day. Dan?
Okay, Pierre, Paul and I have a lot of questions for you. First, is your sense that this is Comey dotting his I's and crossing his T's here, or is this decision, as some Republicans are saying, an indication that the agency really must have found something significant?
Dan, I'm told they don't know what they have just yet. Picture this scenario. FBI agents are investigating Anthony Weiner in a sexting scandal. They seize devices that he's been using and discover he shared those devices with his wife, Huma Abedin, that close Clinton aide. They find emails likely pointing to her communicating with Secretary Clinton, but they have to stop right there because their warrant only allows them to investigate Weiner. So no one's looked through these emails possibly tied to Clinton. In fairness, it would not be unusual for Abedin to be communicating with her boss, but right now the FBI wants to know what they were communicating about.
And Pierre, we're talking about thousands of emails, but Comey is under extreme pressure to release more information. Do you see that happening between now and Election Day, which is just 10 days away?
Unlikely, but he's under incredible pressure. You've got Clinton and Democrats demanding that he do so. The pressure is only going to intensify because they're so close to the election. We've never seen anything like this.
Certainly haven't, Pierre. Thank you. And when this news broke, Hillary Clinton was airborne. Her team was given no warning, learning about it when they landed. And ABC's Cecilia Vega was traveling with the Clinton campaign at the time and joins us with the very latest. And Cecilia, her camp was completely shocked by the FBI's announcement.
Paula, it is almost impossible for me to describe just how surreal this was. Clinton, her team, and the press corps covering her all in the air with no Wi-Fi as this huge news was breaking. Just before this happened, aides had been talking about how good they were feeling about the state of this race. They did not see this coming.
It is the October surprise no one expected.
The American people deserve to get the full and complete facts immediately.
Hillary Clinton trying to get on the offensive in this bombshell that has rocked her campaign, demanding the FBI release more information.
The director himself has said he doesn't know whether the emails referenced in his letter are significant or not. Therefore, it's imperative that the Bureau explain this issue in question, whatever it is, without any delay.
Clinton's team caught completely off guard by the news. It started out as a regular day on the campaign trail when Clinton boarded her plane bound for Iowa. On board, Clinton chatting with her top aides, including Huma Abedin. On the ground below, chaos unfolding.
We just got off the flight. There was no Wi-Fi on board all the way from New York to Iowa. No one had any idea what was happening while we were in the air. Staffers were completely shocked.
Not a mention from Clinton during her 2 rallies. Instead, this go-to stump speech line taking on new meaning.
Donald Trump says he can still win. And you know, he's right. Anything can happen in an election.
This morning, her campaign facing yet another controversy.
What would you say to a voter who right now will be seeing you and hearing what you're saying, I didn't trust her before, I don't trust her anymore right now?
You know, I think people a long time ago made up their minds about the emails. I think that's factored into what people think, and now they're choosing a president.
They sure are. Clinton's team says they have no idea what's in these new emails, though Clinton says she is confident that whatever is in them will not change the FBI's decision to not file charges. But look, her team is gearing up for a fight right now. They are outraged, guys, about the timing of this, a bombshell this close to Election Day.
A bombshell indeed. Thank you very much.